Okay, it's 11:32 already in period 4. Just enough time to introduce the concept of inheritance. Boy, it's a big, gigantic lesson. It's got exercise sets A and B. I'll start by making a little tester class. There's so many things we did back in November and December, like constructors and stuff like that. We haven't really written many of those at all lately. But this is the tester, public static void main. Okay. And in this tester, I'm going to make a person object. Person P1 equals new person. I'm just calling the default constructor. Remember that? Default constructor. Remember that term? Default constructor. That's the empty parenthesis constructor. And then later on, I'll go out.println p1.getName. And on the screen, I want to see what's a good default name. Maybe Susie Apache. We'll make our default name not John Doe or Jane Doe for a change. We'll do Susie Apache. We'll do the import I need up here. Okay, it's not going to compile because I got to make a person class. Okay, so remember quizzes like this way back in November? New class, a person class. Okay. All right, so it's going to have, I guess we just need one instance field for name right now. Okay. A default constructor. And a getName method. Yeah, getName method. Public string getName. Will this compile now? Yeah, it'll compile, but I don't think it's not gonna show us Susie Apache, right? You know that. It's not quite done. If I run this, it says our new friend null. Null, because name is not initialized, right? String is an object. Strings are objects. Name is an object. It's not initialized, so it's null. One of the jobs of the constructor, perhaps the chief job of the constructor, is to initialize our instance fields. And I've already told you want to see Susie Apache here, so we just say name equals Susie Apache. All right. November stuff, right? Way back when. Haven't done that in a while, have we? We did enhanced for loops, end of December, and matrices. This calendar year so far is all we've done with the Picture Lab, same thing, matrices. Okay, now let's go to our tester and let's just get rid of what's there. In our tester, let's make a student object S1. Okay, and we'll do the same out.println s1.getName. Okay, now I don't have a student class. There's no way in heck that's going to compile. It says, where is this student class at, Mr. Reisky? I don't see it. So we got to make a student class. All we have right now is a person class. We're hanging on to that. It's still there. I'll make a class called student. Remember, BlueJ filled it in, so it'll compile, but our tester is not going to compile yet because there's no getName method in that default class that BlueJ gives us. So let's go in this student class and build it. Just make it a bare bones class, nothing in there but the signature. Now, back in November, we learned if we do not include a constructor, Java implicitly, invisibly, kind of magically, implicitly gives us a default constructor. Okay, that's why there's no error on this first line of the tester. The error is in the second line. This is a pretty substantial topic for the AP exam, that alone, and that's from November. So if I compile these classes, I've still got the same error. Even though I did not write a student default constructor, Java is giving us one. What's it giving us? It's giving us, don't type this in, public student, right? It's giving us that. That's why this line works. If you don't write any constructor, it gives us that. Now, what about this getName thing? Okay. These student classes and person class objects are going to work together. The classes are going to work together. I'll make them work together with a new keyword here. On the student class's signature line, I'm going to write extends. See it turn red? That means BlueJ knows what it is. Extends person. And now some good things will start to happen for us. Now I can compile the tester. BlueJ has found the getName method. There is no longer a compile error. And when I run it, the tester, it says student Apache, even though the student class itself does not use code that initializes name to Susie Apache. And even though the student class has no getName method, it's working. This extends keyword tells Java that the student class is going to inherit all the public stuff, more or less, from the person class. All of its methods. Okay? What does BlueJ do over here? Look at this arrow it gave us. You see the solid arrow? BlueJ knows we got inheritance going on. If that's what the extends keyword does to BlueJ, I take it out and compile it, that arrow's gone. Okay, so when you see a solid arrow in BlueJ, that means inheritance.